I realized like my money issues are my body issues. They're not separate, they're the same. It really comes down to being a worth issue. I'm not worthy of having this body, and I'm not worthy of being a wealthy woman. So it's really important because for me, my body and my money were the two most important things that I worried about constantly. I had this idea that I wasn't worthy of having wealth or money in any kind of large amounts until I had this certain kind of body. And it's wild, but they were really integrated. They were really connected. And so I didn't have either. I didn't have a lot of money and I didn't have the body that I wanted. And something happened more recently where I realized like they're one and the same for me. I realized like my money issues are my body issues. They're not separate, they're the same. It really comes down to being a worth issue. I'm not worthy of having this body, and I'm not worthy of being a wealthy woman. So even though it might not look like this video is connected to healing your relationship with your body, it is very intricately connected, especially if you have worth issues. So in today's video, I'm gonna share 3 important resources that really helped me catapult and just totally transform my relationship to money and my relationship to my body, just because they're connected, and how I was able to generate my first 10K month, second 10K month, and at the time of filming this video, my third 10K month. So it's long lasting, it's sustainable. The things that I did actually have continued to benefit me. But I want to give you a little background. In 2020, I really made an effort that this was going to be the year that I healed my relationship with money. I would have money panics and I would be obsessed with thinking about the lack of money. How am I going to pay these bills? I don't get paid enough, The same way that I obsessed about the thoughts of my body, about I'm fat, I'm overweight, I'm not worthy, my clothes don't fit. I mean, just you name it. It was the same obsessive, lackful thoughts, just different topic. One was my body, one was my money, and that took up 99% of my time. I'm not even sure how I got anything done because all I did was obsess about my body and my bank account and my lack of both of those two. So I set the intention, 2020, this is the year to heal my money story. I was done freaking out about money, and the universe is just so wonderful. It always brings you what you need. The first thing that came into my awareness was to be magnetic. It is a year-long membership. It is $27 a month. Her whole ideology is based on unblocking yourself and then expanding into what you want and then stepping into your worth. So really believing that you're worthy of having this, but you can't do that without unblocking yourself. And then what happens is you increase your magnetism and bring the things to you that you want. So it's really a school on magnetism. She uses this deep imagining, which in a way is a hypnosis. It drops you into a theta state and she walks you through a guided hypnosis. And then there's journaling, either before or and after. And I have got some of the most profound revelations about myself through doing this work. It's amazing. And I haven't even touched like half of the programs in there. So just what I've been able to feel and notice and just become aware of in my own life with the work that I have done, this program is phenomenal. It takes you deep. You really have to be dedicated and committed to your self-awareness and self-exploration, because that's all this is. It isn't anything outside of you. All of the questions are prompted for yourself. All of the deep imaginings take you into your subconscious mind and reprograms in there. So it is all about the self. And if you're not interested in that, if you don't want to do that, then this isn't a course for you. But specifically, there is an unblocked money course, and it really did wonders, because what it really comes down to, which I'm always talking about, is worth. It's about worth. I didn't feel worthy of having this money, but there's also a lot of childhood stuff and you have to clear all that. You have to clear all that baggage if you're really gonna step into not only being the wealthy woman that you wanna be, but also the woman that has the body that she desires. So That was the first piece that I found in the beginning of 2020. The next piece I found a little bit later on in the year was Natalia Benson's Magical Women and Money membership. And Natalia's is priced at a lot higher. So hers is $88 a month with a 5-month commitment. With this membership, it is got one monthly meeting with Natalia herself, and it's all about energetic spiritual principles of money. You get access to everything that's ever been posted on the site since its creation, which I believe is like 2+ years old. There's also some community meetups with other women in the program. You've got an Instagram exclusively for women in the membership. There also is some special guest talks and some meditations, and one key part of it is a course. There is a course called Magical Women and Money, and you have to take the course before you can get full access to the membership, which I think is brilliant, because if you don't know these principles, if you don't know what she's teaching on and what she's guiding through, it's really the foundation of everything she teaches after. Two things actually that I really gathered from that was a Lakshmi chant. Om Shri Mahalakshmiya Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmiya Swaha. Now Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance in Hindu philosophy, and it's a chant, and Natalia suggests a 40-day challenge where you do this chant, and you can do it up to 6 months to a year, and it radically transformed her relationship with money. So that's what she teaches. These are things, side note, everything that Natalia teaches are from her heart and things that helped her radically change her relationship to herself or money or whatever. So she always teaches from the heart and things that she believes in and knows work, and you can feel that in her teachings. But this particular Lakshmi chant, I committed to 40 days. I did it. It felt amazing. And it does really increase your feeling around abundance, because Lakshmi is just a name for the energy of abundance. So what you're doing when you're chanting and you're committing to that is you're inviting that in. You and yourself become one when you're chanting that abundance chant every day. It is me elevating to a place of abundance. So it was key. I still do it now and again. I don't do it every day, but it was really something that I really loved on healing my money relationship. The next piece that she teaches is more practical. So she teaches a money management system from Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, and that's another thing that she learned that really transformed her relationship with money. Real briefly, what it is just opening like 6 or 7 different bank accounts and deciding a percentage goes to each one. So you have personal expenses, you have savings, you have investing, you have giving, you have learning, and you have playing. And then you set up, 60% here, 10, 12, whatever your percentage is. But what it is a money management system, and it really puts you in the driver's seat. Instead of like just wondering where all my money went at the end of the day, I have a system. So every dollar that comes in, I know where it goes. In order to heal your relationship with money, you do have to learn the energetic principles around money. Money is neutral. It is just a resource that's responding to us, and we have to learn how it works. And at the same time, you also want these practical tools. So the first To Be Magnetic School is really about reprogramming the subconscious, because if you don't do that work, I can't be a match to money, right? And then Natalia comes in with her balance of esoteric, mystical, and practical with the money management and the chanting. And then we're gonna move on to the third resource, which is Amanda Francis's Money Mentality Makeover. I found her toward the end of the last year, and I signed up for the course. This is a very expensive course. I think it was like $2,200. And I need to talk about when you invest in yourself. And I want you to notice that throughout the year, what was happening is my investments were getting larger. So I signed up with the To Be Magnetic course. That's $27. I could commit to that for a year, right? I could do that. I could have $27 extra dollars. Then comes Natalia's membership, which is $88. What is that, like 3 times? My original investment, and I'm still invested in To Be Magnetic because that's a year commitment. So here comes more investment. And then by the end, I've got Amanda's course, which is just a one-time fee of the $2,200. That's massive. That's $2,000. So it's a huge, huge increase in what I had paid for the other two programs. And here's the beauty. Here is the best part. It was a hell yes for me. I wasn't sure how I was gonna pay it, but something happened in just me committing to, I can do this, I'm worth this, the money will come, I will have the money, I can pay for this course. And I've had the money and I bought the course and I don't regret a second of it. I'm almost finished and it was great. It was the best investment, but I really wanna touch on the magic that happens when you invest in yourself. Because just by me saying yes, that I can buy a $2,000 course on money to heal my relationship with money, healing happened in that moment. Because I felt worthy and I trusted that I had the money. The money's here. Maybe I can't see it, but it'll be here. I'll pay it. I got it, you know? So her course is, I believe it's 7 modules and all video along with a lot of journaling, a lot of homework. So that is again a self-paced, and she does things so Amanda Francis-y. And if you don't know her work, do look her up. She's quite an interesting gal, but her magnetic field and energy is so contagious. This woman is so solid in her belief about money and her worth. She does the work that she teaches, and that is magnetic. And I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to learn from this woman because she is doing something amazing. She has what I want. I want to feel so confident in knowing that money always comes to me. I'm always the match to money, and I can get bigger and bigger. I can expand in whatever way. And she teaches a beautiful process. And again, you have to do the work, but it's all about inner discovery, a lot of journaling about yourself. But I think the real power in Amanda's work and in this money mentality makeover course, not only does she teach you a process, but it's really about changing your beliefs, identifying your limiting beliefs, which I have a great video on that if you want to check it out here. But you identify them, they're showing up all the time. It's not that hard. And you do the work to change them. Is that really true? No. What's more truer? What else could I believe? And you find a belief that's supportive. But this work is done all the time, 24 hours a day. And then that is how you continue to elevate. So not only is it her process that's really wonderful that she teaches on changing the belief system, but she herself is so magnetically attractive in the sense of what she believes to be true about her. It's amazing. She's just like a magnet that pulls people in because her energy field is so big. So those are the 3 resources that I found last year in 2020 that profoundly changed my relationship to money, healed my relationship with money. I am, like I said, on my 3rd month of over $10,000. And I kind of played this little experiment of like, okay, here's this first month, we're gonna do it. And then you think, after you do it, right? It's a huge celebration. Was it an oopsie? You know, can I repeat this? Can I do it again? So the 2nd month, we got a $10,000 goal. Again, we did that. 3rd month, we've already hit it. So it's like, where do you go from here? On the 3rd month, you know, do we up it? Of course we up it. And you find that range of like, gotta be within the believability. It's gotta be something I believe to be able to happen, but does stretch me a little bit. So we'll have to sell a little bit more. We'll have to sign another client. We'll have to, you know, just be open to however it could come as a gift in the mail. It doesn't even have to be business related, but I have to believe that it's possible and that it can come. So I'm on the 3rd month of that. I really wanted to share this because, again, for me and maybe for you, my relationship with my body and my relationship with my money is so intricately tied. I thought that wealthy women look this way. They have these really beautiful, firm bodies. And wealthy people look a bunch of different ways, you know? So that's just some screwy thought I had in my head. And then I had to realize like, that's not even close to being true. So I had to smash that belief of, I don't have to wait to get this body to be rich, or to be rich to get this body. And then with that thinking, I don't get either. I'm just over here in this shithole, not experiencing either one. So if you want to heal your relationship with money, first is make the intention, decide that you want to heal your relationship with money. That's the easy part. I did not want to have another fucking panic attack about money anymore. And it was not easy. Like, it comes up, like all your stuff will come up, especially when you're trying to heal it. So as it would come up, I would just breathe. I mean, like paper bag style breathing, hyperventilating, like it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And I did the work from the stuff that I learned, especially from these 3 programs. And it's really helped. I don't really have panic attacks anymore. I do have a few moments where it's like, okay, I'm getting a little stressed, but it's not nearly the way that it used to be. And the bonus, I don't obsessively worry about my money anymore. And that's huge, because who wants to do that? And as I stop obsessively thinking about my money, I notice I don't obsessively think about my body either. Because like I mentioned, it's not the subject, it's the patterning, it's the neuroses in there. So if I can go in and change the neuroses and the thinking patterning, everything changes. As always, guys, I hope this video was deeply, deeply helpful, as money and our relationship with our body is very deeply connected, because how we relate to one thing is how we relate to everything. So if I can change the relationship with my money, then I can change the relationship to my body. So it's something to consider if you're really struggling with connecting with your body and loving your body and changing how you feel about your body. Why don't you try working on another area that's pretty important, whether it be money or something else? Because if you can transform that relationship, it shows you that you can transform the relationship with your body just as easy. And you may even notice benefits from working on one, and it affects the other. So as always, more info at the website, and subscribe if you found this information helpful. I love you deeply. I will see you next week. The fun part of doing everything yourself. Let me put my comfy socks on and we'll get started.